In 2024, we're going to make Donald Trump a loser again. Remember when President Trump promised this? I got to be careful. He promised this infrastructure week. Well, I tell you what, it took 4 years. He never built a damn thing, nothing. Donald Trump still thinks windmills cause cancer. That's what he said. By the way, remember when he was trying to deal with COVID, he said, just inject a little bleach in your veins. He missed it, all went to his hair. Think about the guys you grew up with, you'd like to get into the corner and just give them a straight left. I'm not suggesting we hit the president.
Not suggesting you punch him, but he wasn't he? The words of U.S. President Joe Biden addressing a union yesterday in Washington, D.C., as you heard him making several attacks against former President Donald Trump being anti-union, and then making fun of his hair and talking about what it might be to punch him in so many words. Imagine if Trump said that about Biden. All right, let's bring in our panel to discuss this and also some latest twists and turns today. I'm pleased to have first the host of American Agenda. Of course, that airs right after Newsline, Katrina Szish. And pleased to have New York Post columnist, contributor at Spectator USA, and a contributing writer over at the D.C. Examiner, Karol Markowicz. Ladies, great to have you with us.
Great to be with you, Bianca.
You know, it was live during our broadcast yesterday when he's making all these comments, Karol, and then Trump goes to a construction site, and there is nothing but pure love for him to mock him at this union crowd. And then hours later, Trump really proving what the real people, not just the union bosses, feel about him. I thought was a great move. And also talk about keeping the high road.
So look, campaigns get dirty, they get, nasty, everybody knows that. But Biden specifically has run on uniting the country, being a different kind of candidate, being the nice guy. You didn't like the mean tweets, you vote for Joe Biden. But what he's actually doing here, of course, is going for the low blows on Trump, talking about his hair. I mean, really inappropriate, I kind of think, stuff. Again, I get it. Campaigns get dirty and nasty, and that's fine. But when you're running to be the candidate that's going to unite the country and get over that terrible Donald Trump presidency, then you're really running in the wrong direction in this case. And, the comparison, as you said, to yesterday to Trump's event couldn't be starker. And of course, if Trump said those things about Biden, it would be a 3-day national news story, cover of the New York Times. Trump threatens Biden with violence.
You know it, wall to wall. Trump's not saying much because of this gag order, too, which we're waiting to get a ruling of. He's still back in that courtroom, Katrina. His team tried to subpoena some of the Stormy Daniels' prior comments. Judge Juan Merchan said no, denying that. We know that she has said on the record that there was no affair, that there's also a case where she owes him $600,000 civilly and is not doing that and not paying. So it's amazing how we look at where this is being skewed. That again, another while we wait for the gag order, another ruling that handcuffs Donald Trump from getting to facts in front of this very biased jury, we think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once again, watching this play out is frustrating at the very best because it's so clear that the only goal is to get the former president on something, on anything. And there is definitely a sense of desperation, not just here with this judge and with this particular case, but even with them, I'll say figuratively handcuffing him, not allowing him to go to the Supreme Court case that's happening today, saying he will likely not be able to go to his son's graduation. This is way beyond our justice system. We say it all the time. It's lawfare, and it truly is personal.